So I am sitting and waiting for my food. And again, everything looks amazing. Hello there, fellow travelers, slow travelers, expats, and food lovers. If you are planning to visit Vietnam, or maybe you are here already and you are looking for a great food experience, you are definitely in the right place. And why is that? Because Vietnamese food is really delicious, fresh and full of flavors. And for all my fellow budget travelers, you will find it very inexpensive. However, if you want the best food experience in Vietnam, there are a few things you should know. Therefore, in today's video, I will share with you my top 10 rules to help you find the best, the tastiest, most authentic food in Vietnam. Are you ready? So let's jump right in. Rule number 1: avoid tourist restaurants. This is rule number 1 for a reason. The most touristy places usually have higher prices and the food is often just okay. So if you see many Europeans, Americans, Canadians, Australians sitting there, if the menu has pictures and English translations everywhere, it is probably a sign that the food is more catered to tourists. Instead, look for places where the locals eat. You will get better flavors and you will spend way less. Rule number 2: look for small plastic chairs. If the restaurant has those tiny plastic chairs and tables that are way too small for most people, that's a good sign. These places are usually real street food deals, and they are where you will find some of the best meals in Vietnam. Don't be fooled by fancy and comfortable setup. What really matters is what's on your plate. In Vietnam, if you are sitting on a tiny plastic stool that barely supports your weight, you are in the right place. Rule number 3, connected to the previous one. Avoid fancy places with a porcelain or silverware. If you are eating with plastic utensils, you are probably eating some of the best food around. Plastic forks, spoons, and even plates may seem cheap, but that's the secret to truly local food in Vietnam. Rule number 4: if they take credit cards, run away. Leave the place. The most authentic street food spots are cash only. A lack of credit card machine shows that the business is old school and focus on the food, not on tourists. Rule number 5: if you see air conditioning or Wi-Fi, you are probably not in an authentic local street food spot. The best street food in Vietnam is usually outdoors or in small open-air spaces. You will feel the heat, and that's how you know you are getting the real deal. Yes, I know, I did mention it when I discussed rule number 1. However, sometimes place may look like original local food, but if you do see menu translated to English, avoid it. Correct. Avoid places with English translated menus. If you don't need Google Translate, you are in the tourist trap. Don't be afraid of those all Vietnamese menus. This is where you will find the dishes with the most traditional flavors. Rule number 7: avoid chain restaurants. You can find those anywhere in the world, also those claiming to be authentic local cuisine. For authentic Vietnamese cuisine, skip the franchises and head to mom and pop shops or street vendors. Rule number 8: avoid empty restaurants. If the place is buzzing with locals, it's likely good. If it is deserted, that's a sign that the food might be not the best. And remember, locals, regulars always know the best. Rule number 9. Go early or go late. For the freshest food, try to eat at peak times. Lunch in Vietnam is usually served from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and dinner from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you are too late, some places might run out of their best dishes, but if you show up too early, they may not be ready yet. In this case, timing is very important for the best food experience. Rule number 10. Always taste the local specials. Every region in Vietnam has its own special dishes. In Hanoi, try bánh cha or pho. Down south in Ho Chi Minh City, go for com tam or hủ tiếu. Wherever you are, always try the local specialties. You won't regret it. So, there you have it, my top 10 rules for having the best food experience in Vietnam. Whether this is on the streets or in the tiny shop, small restaurant, follow those rules and you will be eating like a local in no time. You will be on your way to tasting Vietnam's real culinary treasures. Let me know what you think about those rules. I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment. Or maybe you already visited Vietnam or you are currently in Vietnam, so share your opinion, ask questions, and I'll be happy to respond. Do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more insider travel tips. Happy travel, happy eating!